What up, YouTube? This is the Only Land, and I'm here with you on my first thoughts on the leak of, well, was the leak of the KD12 and now the official release. So I am, I guess, YouTube late to the news. I think these leaked two or 3 days before. It was that black and white colorway. Real basic looking colorway. I know people saw them, filmed what they had to film, talked about them, and shot them right out of there. And then, of course, you know, Jock slayed the god. Humble bow to Jock. I guess he got them in hand. You know how Nike is with Jock. So he got them in hand, and he put his review out. Obviously, the difference between a picture and in hand is way different. So he had all the information, and then it seems like just a couple hours after he put out his video, they put out official photos and all the information. So I'm late, but now I have it officially. I have the information officially from Nike, so I don't have to base it off the leak and then I guess Jock's video. So as you saw, there was a leaked colorway with the black and white, and then the other colorway they have, it looked kind of like a nerfed colorway, or I think they were calling it a preheat, because he previously had a colorway that looked very similar that was called a preheat. The colorway that they're showing, or the first one that looks like it's gonna come out, it's called the 90s Kid. KD was born in 1988, so I mean, you're 2 years old in the 90s, so you were pretty much raised in the 90s. So he considers himself a 90s kid. Not sure where the inspiration for that came from. And it doesn't seem like we're going to get much information in regards to the colorway. It doesn't make sense to me, but it's his shoe. So if he says that's where the information came from, then that's where the inspiration came from. So based off the information that I got, or that Nike put out, I just want to go over what the performance aspects of the new shoe are going to be and how I think they're going to affect on court. So one of the main things they have, or well, there's two. It seems like they put in two new technologies, but not really new, just like an update on what they already had. So I'm trying to make sure the dog doesn't knock over the camera. So for the cushioning setup, they have a full Nike Zoom Air, and then what it looks like is that, and I'll throw pictures up there. It looks like there's another Zoom airbag, like a smaller Zoom airbag in the heel. And for me personally, I know you guys have heard me complain already a couple times about the pain that I have in my heels. So it seems like they're doubling up. Based off what they're doing, I'm gonna assume that KD has something similar to what I have, where he's got a lot of pain in his heels when he's playing basketball, or after he's playing basketball, or whatever the sort is. So they added an articulated, just like the Kyrie's. Watch out! Just like the Kyrie's, they added an articulated Zoom bag. It's obviously a lot smaller, and they put it, like I said, I'll show the picture, but they put it on top. No, below it. They put it below. They put it below the Nike, the Nike Air Zoom. For me personally, man, I can't wait. I'm super excited for that. That's something that for me personally, I feel like is gonna not necessarily change my game, but change the comfort when I'm playing basketball. I'm, like I said, really excited for that. But to make things even better is, I've never heard of this aspect of the shoe until first Jock said it, and then Nike put it out. But the strobo board. So essentially, the strobo board is basically what your foot rests on inside the shoe. So basically, what they did with the strobo board was they thinned it out. It's gonna be a lot thinner now, and they stitched the Zoom under the strobo board, and that's gonna help with feeling the articulated Zoom bag and the Zoom just a whole lot better. So I can't wait to feel the cushioning, to feel the new cushioning setup. Lee Chang, who's the senior director of Nike basketball footwear, he put out a statement in regards to it. It said, it's one of the unsung heroes in footwear. The Strobel isn't approached differently other than it's been done over the last few decades, and yet it's literally what separates your foot from the cushioning. So over the last, however many years that Nike has been putting out what many would argue to be some of the best sneakers in the industry for basketball, they haven't changed the Strobel board at all, and that's one of the key things that separates your foot from the cushioning. So I think the steps that they're taking and the steps that they're taking to improve the technology, and then specifically choosing KD's new sneaker to apply that new technology, I think that just says a whole lot. Either that says a whole lot about what they think about KD, because some would consider him as at the moment taking over LeBron's spot as, you know, the top player in the league, or it's just based off, you know, what he said. KD went in there and he was like, hey, I'm having this problem here and there, and then from there they went there and they went back to the drawing board and tried to solve that issue. Another one of the new technologies that they added there is the quad. What is it called? The quad axle flyware. So from what I know, initially flyware, it only moves, I guess, up and down. It was either up and down or left and right. So with the quad axle flyware, that's supposed to help you move in all, obviously, 4 directions. That's what quad is. So it's supposed to help you move in basically all the directions and help you out with that. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to help. Obviously, I've only played in regular flyware. So for them to add more flexibility to that, I'm definitely interested to see how that's going to work out on the court. Who wouldn't want more flexibility in their shoes? You know what I'm saying? I think for this sneaker, the whole experience is going to be completely different from, and this might be a strong statement, but I think the whole experience is going to be completely different from any other sneaker that they've released yet so far. For one, the cushioning, like I said, and the quad axle flywire. If this is something that they haven't used before, I don't want to say game changing, but it could be game changing. If I could go back real quick to the Zoom Air articulated Zoom Air unit they put in there. What they were saying is that every single one of those, because the Strobel board basically defines the shoe. So the Strobel board defines the size of the shoe. It's like I wouldn't say the basis of the shoe, but that's kind of what it is. It's defining the rigor to the shoe. If they thin it out, what they had to do was, for every articulated Zoom bag that they put in there, it's basically sized out to you. So it's personalized to you. So let's say you have an 8.5. You have a Zoom bag, or the articulated Zoom bag, that's for an 8.5. I can't remember what shoes KD wears off the top of my head. I think it's a 16. I can't remember. So he has a size 6, a articulated Zoom bag that's for a size 16. So it's gonna be the cushioning is gonna be very personalized for you and you only. I mean, what else could you really want besides a shoe that's not necessarily personalized for you, but personalized for you?
What?
From what Jock was saying, and obviously Jock has more of an insight than I do, the whole purpose to doing all of this was so that it has minimal break-in. You guys already saw, I'm sure you guys have already seen what happened to Zion from Duke. Where he went through his shoe. It might be a possibility if he was wearing the shoe too much. It could have been a manufacturing error. But if he was wearing the shoe too much, it's what has been said that KD has been doing. So he's wearing the shoes a lot, and you know, when you're putting out new colorways, you always want your star or the person that you're sponsoring to be wearing these new colorways, right? Everybody wants to see you on the court every night with either a different colorway or a new colorway or something hot on your feet. So that was the main purpose of having a shoe that you, as soon as you slip in there, the break-in time is minimal, or it feels like it's already broken in. So to wrap it all up, the KD12 is set at a price point of 150. I believe that's what the KD11 was as well. And for the improvements and the technology that they're adding to the KD12, I think personally, you're not changing the price point. That sounds like you're getting upgrades for the same amount. So why not? Not too mad about the price staying the same. The 90s kid colorway, it's going to be coming out April 1st, and then from the information that Nike put out, they said that there should be a colorway called the Day 1 colorway, coming out April 6th. April 6th, yeah, coming out April 6th. I'm not sure what colorway that is. They haven't put out any information on that. I was assuming that it was the black and white colorway, but if you go off what Jock's video said, it's the black and white colorway is coming out the 8th. So it might be that those are the same one, and they're coming out on one of the 2 days. Not sure. I'm sure Nike will put out information with that very soon. But besides that, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm really excited to try these on. I haven't worn a KD shoe in years, and it's a new shoe. Well, you know what I forgot to mention? It's a mid-cut shoe. I think his last two or three have been mid-cut. So it seems like that's something that he's feeling comfortable with there. But like I said, that's pretty much it. This is The Only Land. Do me a favor, hit me with a like, comment, tell me how you feel how the KD12 is gonna do on the court, what you're looking forward to, what you're not looking forward to. Do you like the new colorway? Because like I said, I don't know how that's inspired by the 90s. And do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It should be on this side, or it could be on that side. It's on one of these sides down here. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button if you like what I'm putting out. I'm trying to get out more for you guys. Before this comes out, I should have the PG3s. If not, they're going to release just hours after this one, so we'll see. Once again, this is The Only Land, and